All right, one of the things I want to talk about real quick, and I do mean quick, this ain't going to take long, is how to train to best manage or limit the cortisol response. Number one, keep your sets under 12 seconds. After 12 seconds, glycogen becomes the primary fuel source, and cortisol plays a big part in mobilizing stored glycogen. Number two, allow phosphagen, which you want to be the primary fuel source, an opportunity to fully be replenished between your sets. So take adequate rest between beginning your next set. Number three, based on that, you also want to keep the reps per set low because you want to keep your sets under 12 seconds. And you also want to keep the total number of sets low because the more work that you do, the greater the cortisol response. So based on that, a template that you can build off of would be to train 3 to 4 days a week with normal volume, or if you prefer higher frequency, training up to 6 days per week with significantly lower volume. Now, if you're going to include methods that impose the greatest demand like rest pause and drop sets, do so sparingly, but keep an eye out for signs of elevated cortisol, all of which I talked about in the last video. Now, for anybody thinking these recommendations are relatively low volume or they're not optimal for size and strength, you got to remember why you're doing what you do. In this case, it's to manage or limit the cortisol response.